Hello guys. Okay, I've seen a lot of people trying to install EUP for our server, OCRP, and they're trying to install over an already modded install or a game that is stock, and then they try to go on to online, like GTA Online, and find out that it broke their game. Okay, there is no reason for you to be doing this, other than maybe hard drive space, but basically I'm going to show you how to make it so that you can click one button and boot whatever version you want. My full modded LSPDFR playthrough with well over 100 mods in it and easily almost 50 cars. My bone stock Grand Theft Auto GTA Online so that I can play GTA Online. That's what it's for. This one's in 2 buttons, but we're going to rectify that today. This is my FiveM playthrough, my FiveM install, which is what I use for OCRP. This has my user data, or not user data, sorry, patch day 15 folder for our EUP, because it is not the same as the EUP from my modded profile. Even though we both have EUP, the installs are different and one will break the other. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's actually not all that hard. For example, this is my LSPDFR icon, and all the trickery is this. That's it. That is all you gotta write. Now, I'll go over that, but first let me go over how this works. Okay, when you install GTA, you give it a directory to install to, and GTA will install there. Now, I own the Rockstar variant of GTA Online, GTA 5, which will only work from its install folder, which in my case is my G hard drive, a games hard drive, non-Steam GTA 5, and you will see that this is my Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I just renamed it back to what it was. What I see a lot of people doing is they make a separate install and then they rename it and rename that one and do all this and swap and do all that kind of crap. Now, here's the problem. It's a pain in the ass. No one wants to do it, so they all try to run one modded install, and that just doesn't work. Another thing that doesn't work is the mods folder. When you are modding FiveM, unless client scripts are turned on, you will not use your ASI loader. You will use a different one, and the mod script folder will not work. It has to be edited in the original folder. So let's start from scratch. This is why I renamed it. So what you're going to do is go to where your Grand Theft Auto is installed. And what I want you to do is I want you to rename this folder, but keep in mind you need to know what this name is. Now mine's simple, but if yours isn't, write it down. Okay, and all I want you to do is add space dash vanilla. Okay, there you go. Got a folder that says vanilla. Now, I know that's not going to work with my original script, so I'm just going to edit that back. I didn't put spaces in my original script, so there you are. You see, I have a vanilla and a GTA 5, but I have no GTA. Okay, this is fine. That's good. That's what you want. So now, go and make whatever copies you want, or if this is your modded profile, proceed to install stock GTA, because you need it. And what you're going to do is you're going to copy this vanilla install. You will never modify this install. You'll notice in here I got an old mod manager file from a long time ago. But other than that, every file in here is stock. Except for these 3 down here, but that's for my steering wheel. We won't go into those 3. You won't have them, don't worry about it. You'll have from this file up to, oh, wrong button. There's the button I want. You might not even have README. You'll probably have update down to there. Those are the files you'll have. That's fine. That's good. You won't have these bats. We're going to make those. So now what I want you to do is I want you to make a text document. If you don't know how to do that, you can right-click in here and use New, or you can go File, New. Now it gives me the same. Notepad document. Now yours will probably say text document. That's fine. That's what you want. Just a normal text. Do not click rich text. It will not work. So, normal text document. Okay, and it's going to ask you to name it. And what I want you to name it is something that you can recognize. I'm just for simplicity's sake going to call it one button GTA Online. Okay, now you'll notice it's a text file. Now, if you don't have these little extensions, I'll show you how to work around that. You can go Properties, and up here you can edit, delete the .txt, and go .bat. This is called a batch file. And yes, you would like to change it. Okay, you'll notice it went from a notepad icon like this to a icon with gears. This is good. Now, when you click on it, this version can't run, and that's because there's no code. We're going to write the code for it right now. So what I want you to do is right-click it and go Edit. Okay, and it'll give you a blank notepad. I don't know why I didn't open in Notepad++, but I digress. Now I'm going to open mine so I can show you. You'll notice mine has some extra code in it here. And you'll notice my modded one has even more. Now, I'm going to go through how these work and what they do. So this is remove directory. And in the quotations, the directory that you are supposed to remove is the G hard drive, non-Steam, /GTA 5 folder. This is the original folder that my game was installed into. That is very important. This must be the original folder, or Grand Theft Auto will not boot. It will have errors when it starts, and Social Club will not work, and it will cause the whole game to crash. You must have this in the original directory. That's why I said you got to remember that name. So what we're going to do is we want to remove the original directory. This makes it so that you can switch between them quickly. Just go along with me here. So, and the original directory of my game was G:/non-steam/GTA 5. End quote. Okay. This deletes the original folder. Now you need that because if you have a version of the game already there and already running, this next script will not work. That's why you need that in there, because it has to delete the last one that was made in order to make the new one. Now, what we're doing here looks complicated, but it's actually really not. So make link is basically a shortcut. That's all it's doing. It's making a shortcut. But this is a special shortcut because this shortcut journals. That's what this /J is. It tells it to journal the shortcut, which shortcuts everything inside the folder as well. Okay, now you have to tell it where you want to make that shortcut. And because we have it remove this directory, and this is the directory the game will boot from, we want it to make that directory where the game is. And then we want it to link to our vanilla install that we made earlier. Okay, so we're going to make a link, with all of the files in it, journaled, and we need that file to be made at our game install, non-Steam, GTA 5. You can feel free to copy and paste these names once you've typed them once if you would like. Okay, and you want it to link to your vanilla profile. That's the one we're working on right now. Don't worry about it. You will notice my slashes are backwards. I don't know why they're backwards. Okay, Windows does backslash, so I'm going to do backslash again. This does work, but I'm going to do backslash. Just hang on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm thinking internet, not thinking Windows. It does work the other way, but the correct way is to do it the same way Windows does. So I'm going to do it that way. Non-Steam, because that's where it was installed. And I want my GTA 5. No, I'm just going to copy what it says there, but vanilla, because that's the one I want. So I'm going to do GTA 5-vanilla. I'm a stickler for capitals because if you've ever worked in Linux, Linux really cares. Windows, not so much, but Linux really cares. Okay, so what this is going to do is this is going to delete this folder if it exists, and it's going to make that folder again and link it to this folder. Okay, so if I save this, close that. Now I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to open another one so that you can see it happen. non-Steam. So here's our vanilla. Now watch what happens when I click the one button GTA. You'll notice there's a GTA 5 with a shortcut. Now I want to show you something cool. I'm going to go into this folder. Notice how up here it says Games, Non-Steam, GTA 5. But watch what happens when I modify this one. Of course, it's going to copy it. I wanted to move it. The one time I wanted you to use move, you copied it. Okay, well, now that I've backed that up, which I don't really need because we don't use it anymore, I'm going to delete it. Notice when I come over here? See how nothing happened? Watch if I refresh the page. Notice it's gone? That's because this folder is actually this one. And if I put that mod manager folder back in here, notice it came up. Now, the linked one is a little slower, but it does work. So if I refresh this one, see, mod manager, mod manager. That's all we're doing. It's automatic. Now, I said this was one button, and the game didn't boot, so it's obviously not one button. So let's make it one button. So let's edit this one more time. And then at the bottom, we're going to do a simple script. I want you to start. The actual code has a quotation there for flags and stuff like that, but I've never successfully used it. I'm not going to lie. So don't put it in there. So do a set of quotations, then another set. And this one, you're going to put the directory of the executable you want. So in our case, it's GTA 5 launcher because we need updates. Non-Steam /GTA 5. And I backspaced instead of putting a slash in. That's why I don't use that slash. And we want GTA 5 launcher. Now, it's very important you do launcher, but the game will not boot without the launcher. It's programmed not to, so it won't do it. All right, there you go. There's our directory, and you'll notice my original one is the same. But I'm going to show you that this one works, so save. And we will go GTA one button online. Okay, now I didn't have time to grab the window for you because it popped up on the screen and then disappeared. But you will notice Social Club is booted, and once Social Club signs in, the game will launch, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to kill it before it does that because we got more to get through than that. Okay, but that's basically all you have to do. Now, this just does the stock GTA, but the concept is exactly the same for the rest. So what I'm actually going to do, now I have 3 versions of GTA. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to remove the start line, just so that it doesn't boot every time. But you would leave the start line in with whatever executable you'd want. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to make 2 more. And I want 1 and I want 2. Compare info. I want both, please. Continue. There we go. So see how I got 2? Now, obviously, I don't want 2. Like, this button's useless to me multiple times over. So what I actually want to do is I want to rename this one. And this one is going to be FiveM. That'll boot my FiveM install. If you have multiple servers with custom server files, you can clone your vanilla install and install multiple different servers files for the game. Most servers won't install files in here, but because we use EUP and FiveM does not send that, we have to manually install it. That's why we have this, but for most people, this will work. Okay, and this other one, I'm going to do for my LSPDFR, so boot 1 button LSPDFR. Okay, now obviously if you click on either of these, they will give you stock GTA, which is not what we want. So what you're going to do, go back to your non-Steam, you're going to clone your vanilla folder and rename it FiveM, as you can see here. Now what you're going to do, you're going to drop one of these. This is the FiveM one, so we're going to drop it in here. Now, if we click on this, it's not going to work. Because remember, the code in here is telling it to go to the vanilla folder. That's not what we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to rename this to FiveM, which is the directory mine uses, as you can see right here. and we're going to save. Right? Now if I close that, I like to keep these in the install directories rather than on my desktop directly, because then if I move the game, it goes with it. So I put it in my install directory. But now, you will see, watch this folder. Okay, I'm going to click on that bat file, but you guys watch this folder specifically. See how it deleted and came back? You'll notice, look for this. I have manual transmission, mod manager, and update. Manual transmission, mod manager, and update. Okay, and you'll also notice FiveM.bat, which is my file, but here's our file, one button, FiveM. Okay, now comes the easy part. I don't know why I have a shortcut for all of them. The easy part is make a shortcut. Create shortcut. Okay, now in this folder, you'll have to refresh it because it's slow, but in the original folder, it'll appear instantly, right here. And you just drag that to your desktop. I have multiple monitors, sorry. I'll show you there. There we go. See how it's a shortcut? And then you rename that to whatever you want. GTA 5M. There you go. Now, with FiveM, I'm going to show you something different. Okay, you may notice that my FiveM originally here has a FiveM icon. Now, there is a reason for this, and it was because I was only testing this file, and I didn't want it to work. So now I'm going to make it work, because I know it works. So we'll go back and edit mine for this. It's the exact same script, so that makes sense. Edit. Okay, now remember how we did that start? I want it to start Grand Theft Auto. I don't want it to start Grand Theft Auto anymore. I want it to start FiveM, which we have to go find. Now, if you've ever installed Citizen files, you will know where FiveM is. But if not, see users, your user, app data, local, FiveM, and here is your exe. Now, an easy way to do this is to come in here and go location, copy, and paste. And then you need to add something to this, which is the final slash with the program name. So FiveM.exe, because that's the file I want it to start. Close that. By the way, Command Console likes lower cases there, so try and keep those in lowercase. And we're going to save that. Now, if I click on my FiveM bat, which as you can see, has that start line in it, it will switch the folder and then quickly boot FiveM, which will take a second because my computer is ancient. Now, you can do the same thing for modded GTA installs. You can do the same thing for FiveM, obviously. In a second, the screen should go green here. Oh, or purple. It picks a random color every time it boots. It's broken on your side. Just a second. You're going to see my overlay come up here in a minute. You will see, there's FiveM. So I'm going to leave FiveM though, because we've got one more to do. But there you go. This file now switches to FiveM and boots. And just to give you an idea, watch this file. We're going to go into this file a couple times. So, GTA 5. Okay, I'm going to click on these one at a time to show you. GTA 5 modded. Now I need to close a thing. Okay, so my aftermarket launcher came up. Good. I don't want it to boot the game though. And you'll see in a second here. So as you can see, this file is definitely got mods in it. And in a second here, you'll see Rage Plugin Hook come up because this is LSPDFR, and that's the only way that it works. Yes, you can load Rage Plugin Hook after you load the game through an aftermarket launcher, or even the original launcher, which, to be honest, is the better way to do it. I find if you let Rage Plugin Hook load it, it doesn't work that well. Let's put it that way. Okay, but let's watch. So I'm going to click GTA Online. Notice how it kicked us out? If I go back in, look, all my mods are gone. No, that's fine. Okay, and we'll do it one last time. So you'll see in here GTA Online. We'll click our FiveM folder. Notice it kicked us out again. Here's my FiveM folder, FiveM. That is how you create a bat file that will one button start the game. And in a second here, FiveM's going to pop up again. Here it comes. Don't mind the dinging. The dinging has to do with my racing wheel. And my flight stick, actually. But as you can see, we're back in FiveM, even if the screen is broken. You'll notice you guys got some overlay elements. See how my mouse disappears? Yeah, that's because of some of the screen elements in OCRP are actually off screen for streams. I forgot that was on, but either way, there you go, guys. You can make a single button to do it. I will show you my modded LSPDFR one. So this is the one we were building. I think I've explained all the concepts enough with the two files, so I'm not going to edit that one. But I will show you mine so you know what I have done, because I have done some extra stuff that makes the game boot better for my LSPDFR specifically. If you don't have a huge amount of mods, just put GTA 5 launcher and go from there. So, what I've done here is, because it's on a different hard drive, it takes a little longer for it to start, as well as change folders and stuff like that. And what I've done here is the same as default. We're starting with the same every time. We're deleting GTA 5, making a folder GTA 5, and it is a link to this folder, GTA 5 modded. Notice this one's on the different hard drive. Doesn't care as long as it's a folder. Okay? Then I want the game to wait 5 seconds. And the reason why I did this is because this launcher we put in, this aftermarket launcher, boots so fast that the computer is not done making the file. So I told it to wait 5 seconds and then run that file. Now, you'll notice, if you look, GTA 5 launcher, notice it has a X. This is an aftermarket launcher that gets rid of Social Club. Not for activation purposes. The game still will not boot if you do not own the game, but merely for updating purposes. It will not update the game on its own. It will skip that and just boot the game. It still needs to be activated on Social Club, but this will allow you to skip the update process, as well as it just generally boots so much faster than Social Club. This is my original Social Club. Now, what I could have done instead of just renaming, I didn't want to change my bat file, so instead of just renaming, is I could have just came in here and changed this to the aftermarket launcher. I believe it's called GTA 5 MP launcher. It's a mod that you can find on GTA mods, GTA 5 mods. Okay, now once that launcher is started, I wanted to give the launcher a moment to actually get the game up and running, or close enough that when Rage plugin hook boots, it's basically ready to hook the game and inject its code. So it waits for a time of 8 seconds before booting. But all of this is because I'm running a heavily modded GTA, and all of this is really simple. This is a standard code. Timeout, I want you to wait a time limit of 5 seconds. It's in seconds, that's its time. Then I want you to start GTA 5 launcher, which in my case is a modified one. Then I want you to wait again, timeout, for a time of 8 seconds. Then start GTA 5's Rage plugin hook, which is what you use for LSPDFR. But as you can see, I'm going to go on FiveM in a bit here. If I double-click FiveM, I get my modded FiveM directory in here. See? FiveM. I now have EUP installed correctly for OCRP. There you go. So I hope that helps. I'm sorry it's a half hour long. That's a little longer than I expected, but I wanted to make sure that I went through each piece of the file so you guys actually have a hope of understanding it. Because I know some of you guys are good with computers, and some of you guys, this stuff is all witchcraft and trickery. So I didn't want to go too crazy. And just to show you one more time, here's GTA Online. Folder deleted and came back. So fast you couldn't see it. But notice, GTA Online. You can wait. I don't need you. So, there you go. I hope that helps. I hope that makes it easier. And I no longer need this. You'll also notice that yours will have icons like this. I'll go over this quickly. These icons are just stock icons included with the file. So I'll put this one on. It's the same process for all of them. Properties, change icon. It'll say it contains no icon. That's fine. Okay, and it'll dump you in this folder. Now, if you like some of these icons, you can use it, but I don't want them. I want the originals. So what I'm going to do is go browse. Now, you're going to go to your executable file because it actually contains the icon. If you notice, GTA 5 online, online.ico was an icon I downloaded from the internet. But if you click on these, it'll give you the icons, which is where I got the LSPDFR icon. So, local disk, users, user, app data, local, FiveM. And I'm going to click FiveM here. Open. You'll notice it gives me 3 icons because there's 3 in that folder. I want the default one. Okay. See all my icons here? Apply. And there you go. I have an icon. And as long as that file doesn't move, the icon won't disappear. But if you change the directory that installs at, where FiveM is, this icon will disappear. All you have to do is just do what we just did and relink it. So I'm going to put those on my other monitor. I'm going to go take my grandfather home and then possibly get on OCRP. So you guys have a good night, and I hope this helped. Thanks for watching.